them telling a story. This is a narration by the prosecution, which is not allowed. This is not allowed by any rule in any court. So what,
May I be allowed
what is
to reply?
proper is that they present their first witness, and
We
we
will
are
be
ready.
presenting our witness, Your Honor. However, please allow us to freely advocate our position.
That's why, Your Honor,
including
we are
the defense
objecting.
when it's their turn. We will not
Counsel, the
object to the
respondent,
same.
kindly let him finish.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
to
you so
respond
much,
to
Your
you.
Honor.
To respond to you. Yes, you were saying.
Thank you,
Honorable
Honorable
Defensor.
Senator Judges. Noong ikadalawampu dalawa ng
Honorable Defensor, kindly finish your reply to the
Thank you, Your Honor.
objection of
I will
counsel
proceed.
for respondent.
Allow us to freely advocate our positions through the proper and respectful discourse. This is not prohibited under the rules. In fact, the court has declared that yesterday, the rules will not comply with the strict procedures of a judicial proceeding. Each article is a separate complaint, and it would be the proper guidance for the senator judges, lalo na po sa ating mga kapwa Pilipino na nanonood, para mas lalo nilang maunawaan ang ipipresenta naming ebidensya. The impeachment is a sui generis. Sui generis dahil kakaiba ito, hindi ito judicial, administrative, o civil o criminal proceeding. Hayaan niyo po kaming magbigyan ng 5 minuto para mailatag namin kung paano namin maipresenta at ang basihan namin sa pagpresenta ng aming ebidensya.
Your Honor, may I respond?
The presiding officer's rule, although indeed we will interpret the rules liberally, and although indeed this is a sui generis proceeding, neither will we allow any dilatory moves and/or tactics, and I will bind and hold you to your 5 minutes, Honorable Defensor.
Absolutely,
And we
Your
will
Honor.
clock it.
Your Honor,
we will
may-
afford the same opportunity to the counsel for respondents when their turn arrives.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I proceed, Your Honor?
You may proceed.
Honorable Senator Judges, noong ikadalawamput-dalawa ng Hunyo 2026, nagulat at nagdalamhati ang buong bansa sa pamamaril sa isang paaralan sa Tacloban City na ikinasawi ng 3 batang mag-aaral at ikinasugat ng marami pang iba. Ang mga salarin, mga minor de edad, sa kabila ng kanilang murang edad, agad na kumilos ang mga otoridad upang ipatubad ang mga umiiral na batas. Ang mensahe ay malinaw. Ang pagpigiging bata ay hindi nangangahulugang walang pananagutan. Ang pananagutan ay umiiral, pagamat iba ang paraan ng pagpapatupad nito sa ilalim ng batas. Kamakailan, isang pasahero ang inaresto sa airport at kinasuhan matapos itong magbiro na may bomba sa kanyang bagahe dahil mahigpit na ipinapatupad ng mga otoridad ang patakarang zero tolerance policy sa anumang pagbabanggit ng bomba o anumang pampasabog. Sa isang hiwalay na pangyayari noong Mayo 2020, isang public school teacher ang inaresto, pinusasan at kinasuhan ng NBI sa Zambales matapos magbiro na magbibigay ng pabuya sa sinumang papatay sa presidente ng Republika. Ano ang prinsipyo dito? Ang pananagutan ay pinapairal sa lahat, bata man o matanda, nasa laylayan man o nasa katungkulan. The prosecution comes before you today to present evidence for Article 4, establishing that Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte committed acts that betrayed the public trust, committed culpable violation of the Constitution, committed high crimes in publicly admitting through a live broadcast that she contracted someone to assassinate the President, the First Lady, and the former House Speaker. We acknowledge the burden of this trial on the senator judges as well as the Filipino people. But it is a duty that we must discharge together, lest the public come to believe that threatening public officials and fostering a culture of impunity are conduct that may be tolerated or condoned, especially coming from the second highest official of the land. Ang mga kilos at salita ng Vice Presidente ay hindi dapat ituring na simpleng krimen sa ilalim ng batas, kundi tuwirang paglabag sa saligang batas. Kaya ang paglilitis na ito ay mahalagang mekanismong itinakda upang tiyakin na ang kapangyarihan ay laging may kaakibat na pananagutan. Accountability must apply to all or none at all. At the heart of this impeachment proceeding lies a fundamental question para sa ating lahat. Can we continue to entrust one of the highest constitutional offices to a public official who, on multiple occasions, purposely and willfully and repeatedly resorted to threats of violence against the very institutions that she swore to uphold and protect? The evidence presented in this article are not just derived from testimonies and authenticated documents, but from the Vice President's own words, own conduct, her very own public admissions. Her words were neither accidental nor taken out of context. They were uttered publicly with the intention to be taken seriously. Huwag kang mag-alala, ma'am, sa security ko, kasi may kinausap na ako na tao. At sinabi ko sa kanya na kapag pinatay ako, patayin mo si BBM,
Your Honor.
si Lisa Marcos, si Martin Romualdez. No joke. No joke. What makes these threats especially sinister is that they do not come from an ordinary citizen, but from the Vice President herself, an official who under the Constitution stands to succeed the President of the Republic. Such statements carry a gravity far from the exercise of one's freedom of expression. They strike at the very heart of government. This is especially significant given that she has publicly declared her intention to run for president in the next election. What values do we expect from those who occupy the highest office in the land? Delicadeza, palabra de honor, integrity, and loyalty to your oath of office. These are not outdated ideals. They are the foundations of honorable public office. Maraming salamat po, Your Honors.
The remarks of the gentleman are duly noted. However, Chair would like to inform and instruct the Senator judges that the statement and manifestation made by the Honorable Defensor should not in any way be taken as evidentiary, because it was merely a manifestation cum introduction of the fourth article of impeachment. Any evidence to be presented proving the fourth article of impeachment should be done through a witness under oath, duly subscribed, and subjected to direct and cross-examination.
We
Call your
submit,
first
sir.
witness,
Your
sir.
Honor, may I be allowed also to... Your Honor, we move to strike that opening statement. It's improper for trial. It is not evidentiary in nature. And it only provides conclusions of fact and law. Most of it is irrelevant. And fact of the matter is, the prosecution should present evidence and not manifest in this improper manner.
May I be recognized, Your Honor?
No need. Motion is denied. Let it remain in the records and as instructed by the chair for the senator judges not to deem whatever statements were given by the Honorable Defensor as evidentiary in any way, shape, size, or form. Again, counsel, call your first witness.
Your Honor, may I request
I-
permission to
Your Honor-
recognize counsel for the panel of prosecutors, Attorney Virgil Ligutan, to conduct the examination of our first witness.
Your Honor,
he will
may
be
I-
under the direct
Counsel
suspension
for
and control
respondent, what is your pleasure?
of
Your
the
Honor,
panel
may
of
I
prosecutors.
register my continuing objection to the opening statement by the prosecution.
Well, I don't think he'll do it again, but nevertheless, so noted.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you. Your Honor, may I request that Attorney Virgil Ligutan be recognized to conduct the examination of our first witness.
Counsel for prosecutors, Attorney Virgil Likutan, so that we can have the records clear. Did I pronounce your name correctly, sir?
Your Honors, magandang hapon. My full name is Attorney Armando Virgil Discartin Ligutan, Your Honor, please.
And you've entered your appearance yesterday,
Yes,
counsel?
Your Honor. duly entered my appearance as one of the counsel for the prosecution.
You may proceed, sir. Call your
Thank
first
you
witness.
Thank you so much. Mga kababayan, we call to the witness stand the first witness for the prosecution in the person of NBI Senior Agent Jean-Marc Santa Ana Calilo.
Kindly bring the witness to the witness stand. Please remain standing. Clerk of Court is instructed to kindly administer the oath to the witness.
Please raise your right hand. You, John Mark Calilong,
I, John Mark Calilong,
do swear
who swear
that the evidence you shall give
that evidence that I'll give
in the case now pending
is in the case now pending
between the Philippines
in the Philippines
and Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte
and Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the
So
truth.
help me God.
So help me God.
Your witness, counsel.
Thank you so much, Your Honors. Your Honors, mga kababayan, the testimony of the first witness for the prosecution, NBI Senior Agent John Mark Santa Ana Calilo, is offered to prove the following. Number one, si Agent John Mark Calilong ay isang senior agent of the National Bureau of Investigation. Number two, he is well-trained and experienced in the field of digital forensic examination, having undergone extensive training in the field, making him competent in identifying, preserving, collecting, and authenticating digital evidence. Pangatlo, si Agent Calilong ay bahagi ng NBI Cybercrime Division Team na inatasang mag-imbestiga sa mga pahayag at pagbabanta ng Vice Presidente laban sa Pangulo ng Pilipinas, unang ginang at dating Speaker ng House of Representatives sa isang online media briefing noong Nobyembre 23, taong 2024, pang-apat. Partikular na sinabi sa publiko ng Vice Presidente na may kinontrata na siyang tao na papatay sa Pangulo, unang ginang at former Speaker ng House of Representatives. At ito ay nakatatak na sa kasaysayan ng ating bansa bilang unang pagkakataon na ang isang Vice Presidente ay nakipagkontrata sa isang mamamatay tao upang patayin no less than the President of the Republic of the Philippines. Panglima.
Your Honor, may I object? Is this a speech or an offer?
Your Honor, please, with all due respect to counsel,
For the prosecutor may proceed.
it should not be a
May I
Okay.
register my continuing
There's
objection?
no proper ground. This is offer of testimony. Please hold your horses. Number 5, the public statements and threats of the Vice President were publicly live-streamed and captured on video. Number 6, Agent Calilong is a designated agent on case for the investigation. Number 7, as agents on case, Agent Calilong personally conducted and participated in the cybercrime and open source investigation relating to the subject video and related digital recordings. Pangwalo, sa takbo ng open source investigation na pag-alaman ng NBI na ang Vice Presidente ay nagpahayag din ng iba pang kahawig na pananakot sa buhay ng Pangulo. Kasama na ang sinabi niya sa publiko na minsan naisip niyang pugutan ng ulo ang Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas. Number 9, in the course of the investigation, Agent Kalilong duly identified, preserved, collected, and authenticated the subject video and other related digital recordings. And number 10, the last offer of testimony, Your Honors, Agent Kalilong will testify on such other matters as may be relevant, material, incidental to the issues involved in this impeachment proceeding, and will identify relevant and material documentary and object pieces of evidence. That is the offer of testimony of our first witness, Your Honor, please.
Presiding
Honor.
officer will now hear the objection and or comments, if any, of the counsel for respondent to the offer
Prior to my-
made by counsel for the prosecution panel.
Your Honor, may we move for the exclusion of Agent Kalilong for being not previously attached to the Saballa and Cabrera complaints, as well as exclusion on the ground that he was not included in the articles of impeachment transmitted to the Senate Impeachment Court.
Can I respond to that, Your Honor, please?
Counsel for prosecutor may do so.
Mga kababayan, in this stage of the proceedings, the prosecution is about to present a witness, and the defense is invoking the fact that this witness is not listed as one of the witnesses in the Saballa complaint. The Saballa complaint already lived its natural life. Your Honor, this is the impeachment proceeding of the articles of impeachment filed by the House of Representatives. Saballa et al. Is done. That should not be a proper objection, Your Honor, please. As to the number 2, I think the good counsel mentioned that it is not part, this witness is not part of the articles of impeachment. Your Honor, please, I have been practicing for quite some time. I don't see that.
Your Honor, may I allow to reply also?
Can I finish? It's not a ground. And in fact, Your Honor, please, to settle the matter, this witness is listed in the pretrial order. The issue is settled. The issue is passé. No ground for objection. Let me proceed, Your Honor.
Of course not, Your Honor. There were no rulings.
Counsel
in the
for respondent is recognized
Thank you,
for
Your
a
Honor.
final rebuttal on this issue before the chair will issue a ruling.
Your Honor, there were no rulings on the pretrial order on exclusion of witnesses. We have a current petition with the Supreme Court questioning the very actions of the prosecution to allow the presentation of evidence that were not attached to the Saballa or Cabrera impeachment complaints would allow the House of Representatives and the prosecution to circumvent the very procedural abuse condemned in Stonehill versus Jokno and allow the violation of the respondent's constitutional rights as held in Duterte in the House versus the House of Representatives. Your Honor, the prosecution says the Saballa complaints have lived their and they died their natural deaths. However, Your Honor, this precisely does not cure what the prosecution did. This does not cure the violation of the rights of my client.
If I may, Your Honor, please. We
The
move
chair will
forward.
make its ruling. The motion to exclude by the counsel for respondent is hereby denied. Chair cites Enrile versus Sandigan Bayan, which states that the prosecutors may add or rely on evidence during pretrial, even if the evidence is not stated in the complaint or articles, because only a summary is required to be stated in the articles of impeachment, in this case, and or complaint, and not a complete list of the prosecution's evidence and or witnesses. The court in general will not shackle the prosecution by limiting it to the evidence mentioned in the information and/or the articles, especially when it is mentioned in the pre-trial brief, not only order but brief, of the counsel for prosecutors. But in relation to this witness, even if you will do cross, you can register your continuing objection, counsel for respondent.
We are registering it, Your Honor, please.
So noted. Counsel for the prosecution may proceed.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. John Mark Calilong.
Your Honor, may I register my objections to the purposes?
Your Honor, please, I think the purposes must be specified. What are your objections? On
Exactly,
what
Your Honor.
grounds?
May I be
You
allowed?
may comment on the offer of the testimony of this witness for the record.
Your Honor, for the purpose number 3, this is a conclusion of fact and law. For the fourth purpose, it is also a conclusion of fact and law. And the 8th purpose, it is a conclusion
Mr.
of fact and law.
Mr. President,
Counsel for
President.
respondent. Before we, yes,
No,
Senator Judge Cayetano.
Yeah.
Pia.
I would just like the defense, when you say item number 3, can you repeat what it is? Because I'm trying to follow exactly what your objection is. So either you say it or he repeats it so we can follow.
I was about to do that actually.
Thank you.
Item number 3 in the offer of this witness is that the NBI agent being presented is part of its cybercrime unit that investigated this matter. That's what you're referring to as a conclusion of law, counsel?
Sorry,
Perhaps
Your,
number 4.
number 4, Your Honor.
Yes, not number 3. So number 4 and what else?
Number 8, Your Honor.
Number 8 on other threats other than the video mentioned in the press briefing. Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. Correct, Your
Would
Honor.
that be all?
Yes, Your Honor.
We will not
Duly
reply.
noted.
We will not reply to that, Your Honor, please.
Yes, please.
May I continue, Your Honor, please?
You may continue to
John
present
Mark.
your first witness, counsel.
Thank you so much, Mr. Calilong. Reminder, nakikinig yung taong bayan, pakilakasan ng boses. Okay?
Opo.
Okay. Mr. Witness, maaari bang sabihin mo ano yung pangalan, edad, at other personal circumstances?
I am Senior Agent John Mark Calilong, a Filipino citizen, 31 years old, with office address at NBI Philinvest Cyber Zone Bay City, Macapagal Boulevard, Pasay City, sir.
And Mr. Witness, reminder, you may answer in Filipino or Tagalog or Filipino or English, okay?
Yes.
Mr. Witness, what is your occupation, if any?
Currently, nasa National Bureau of Investigation po ako. I'm an agent since 2021 and was recently assigned at Cyber Investigation and Assessment Center in April 2026.
Okay, you said that you have been an agent of the NBI since 2021, pero you were recently assigned to the Cybercrime Investigation and Assessment Center of the NBI. Now, ano ba yung position mo before you were assigned to the Cybercrime Investigation and Assessment Center, kung meron man?
In 2022, I was assigned at Digital Forensic Laboratory Division and in 2024 in Cybercrime Division, sir.
Okay, now, you said that you were assigned to the Digital Forensics Laboratory Division in 2022. Now, yung tanong, ano ba yung mga naging primary duties and functions mo bilang ahente ng division na yan?
In digital forensic, my primary duties is to identify, preserve, collect, analyze, and present digital evidence in court, sir.
Now, preliminary question, have you undergone any training as an agent of that Digital Forensics Laboratory Division?
Yes, sir.
Now, kung alam mo, ano ba yung naging trainings in that division?
I have undergone computer hacking forensic investigation training, mobile forensics, computer forensics, and photo and video authentication training, sir.
Okay, so the last part of your answer, Mr. Witness, you mentioned that you were trained, na sinasabi mo, into photo and video authentication. Now, specifically now, ano ba yung naging trainings in that regard? Photo and video authentication, kung meron man.
I was trained for 2 weeks intensive training in July 2022 by MaxCore Intervention, sir, in digital forensic.
Now, sabi mo, ano nga ba yun? 2 weeks of intensive training. Yung tanong, Mr. Witness, specifically, what happened in that you said 2 weeks of intensive training?
I was trained to perform digital forensics examination, sir.
Now, Mr. Witness, you tell the public, what is the objective, if any? What is the objective, if any, if you know, of that digital forensic examination that you said you were trained to do?
To present digital evidence, sir, admissible in court na ginawa ko na po multiple times.
Multiple times. You appeared in court multiple times. Specifically, how many times?
At least 30 times, sir.
And for how long have you been practicing digital forensic examination?
2 years, sir.
For 2 years. Now, let's go back, Mr. Witness. You mentioned that you were an agent of the NBI Cybercrime Division in 2024. Now, what were your primary duties and functions as an agent of that Cybercrime Division?
To investigate cases in violation to the cybercrime law, sir.
Cybercrime law. Now, Mr. Witness, you are testifying in this impeachment case proceeding trial against the Vice President, the respondent in this case. Do you know the respondent in this case?
Yes, sir.
And why do you know the respondent in this case?
Because she is the vice president and my team conducted an investigation involving her, sir.
So aside from being the vice president, your team, you said, investigated the vice president. The question now is, what was this investigation, if you know?
It's an investigation on the statement uttered by the vice president during an online press conference briefing dated November 23, 2024.
So statements uttered by the vice presidents in an online live stream press conference held on November 23, 2024. Now, yung tanong, ano ba yung naging participation mo, Mr. Witness, kung meron man?
I am the agent on case of the investigation, sir.
Now, sinabi mo ikaw yung agent on case. Now, you tell the court, you tell the public, ano ba yung pagiging ahente on the case? Ano bang ibig sabihin yan kung alam mo?
It means that I gathered evidence necessary for the investigation, sir.
Okay. You mentioned you gathered evidence. Now, you tell us, what do you mean kung meron man, tsaka kung alam mo, ano bang ibig sabihin when you quote, gathered evidence, unquote?
It means that I viewed, identified, preserved, collected, and authenticated digital evidence in the course of the investigation, sir.
Okay, now, you mentioned na you viewed, identified, preserved, collected, authenticated, sinasabi mo mga pieces of evidence that you found in the course of your investigation. Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Witness, yung tanong is, ano ba yung mga ebidensya na nakalap ng inyong team?
One of the pieces of evidence that we gathered during our investigation is the video of the November 23, 2024 online press conference held by the Office of the Vice President, which was posted on the Facebook page of Harry Roque, sir.
Facebook page of whom?
Harry Roque, sir.
Harry Roque. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Witness, sinabi mo, you gathered. And then sinabi mo kanina, pag sinabing gathered evidence, sinabi mo, you viewed, identified, preserved, collected, and authenticated. Preserved, collected, and authenticated. You mentioned the term preserved, correct? Mr. Witness, yung tanong now is, ano ba ang ibig sabihin when you quote, preserved, unquote the evidence?
It means that I ensured that the evidence will be accessible at any time, sir.
Okay, now, let's go to this video you mentioned. The video of sinasabi mo yung isang online media briefing ng Vice President noong November 23, 2024. Ano ba yung mga hakbang, kung meron man, na ginawa nyo to preserve that video?
The NBI Cybercrime Division, through me, initiated a preservation request po kay Meta.
Okay, you initiated a preservation request to Meta. Now, sinabi mo kanina na live stream yung subject video sa isang Facebook page ng isang Harry Roque, di ba? Now, yung tanong, why is it that your request was made to Meta?
Si Meta po kasi yung parent company po ng Facebook. At under po ng Meta si Facebook, si Instagram, tsaka si WhatsApp. All requests on that platform will go to Meta po.
All right, now, Mr. Witness, what proof, if any, do you have that you initiated a preservation request to Meta in order to preserve the subject video?
I have a screenshot of the preservation request, a screenshot of the web page wherein I made the preservation request, sir.
Who took the screenshot?
I did, sir, and I used my laptop.
Anong ginawa mo sa screenshot kung meron man pagkatapos dyan?
I first saved po yung electronic copy sa laptop ko, then printed it.
Where is this printout of the screenshot now?
Sinubmit ko po sa Committee on Justice of House of Representatives.
Your Honor, with the court's indulgence, may I move that this representation be assisted by a co-counsel for the sole reason of facilitating the presentation of the documents to the witness, Your Honor, please. For that reason alone.
Sa Tagalog siya mag-aabot.
Yes, Your Honor. Siya po yung mag-aabot ng mga dokumento na amin pong ipapakita for the witness to identify po.
Counsel may proceed.
Thank you so much. Assisted by Attorney Stephen Magallon. Now, if this printout is shown to you, will you be able to identify the same?
Yes, sir.
Now, we invite the defense to also peruse the document.
Your Honor, may I request that one of our counsels be allowed to peruse the document?
Yes, one of the
Thank you.
counsels for respondent may look at the document being presented to the witness.
May I continue, Your Honor, please? Thank you. Now, I'm showing you. Defense, can we give the document to the witness, please? Your Honor, the document must be presented to the witness.
Your Honor,
Give them
we are
some
just
time to
perusing.
look at it. But is this one of the documents pre-marked?
Yes, Your Honor, please.
For the record, can you state the pre-marking of this document just so that we can catch up?
Much obliged, Your Honor, please. That would be P dash Roman numeral 4 dash 7 for the prosecution, Your Honor, please.
Noted.
Your Honor, may I manifest for the record that this is not a certified true copy?
Noted.
Your Honor, can I respond to that, Your Honor, please? This is an electronic copy. The rules on electronic evidence says a printed version of an electronic copy is an original. Your Honor, please.
Your Honor,
Counsel for the prosecutor, counsel for respondent did not object. He just simply made an observation regarding the document. So you may proceed as
And
soon
I
as
think
the
this is the
document is
proper time,
returned
yeah.
to the witness.
Thank you so much, Your Honor, please. What relation,
may certified true copy.
Mr. Witness, are we ready? What relation, if any, does this document have with the printout of the screenshot that you mentioned?
This is the copy of the printout that was submitted to the Committee on Justice, sir.
Okay, Your Honor, please, may I proceed with the next question, please? Question, Mr. Witness, how faithful, if at all, is this printout from the actual screenshots?
The printout accurately reflects the screenshot, sir.
And how do you know now that this printout accurately reflects the screenshot?
I compared the printout with the screenshot and with the web page of my preservation and found that the contents are identical, sir.
Thank you so much. Now, Mr. Witness, ano ba ang nangyari kung meron man? At kung alam mo, after you made after you made the preservation to request to Meta in relation to the investigation you did on the Vice President?
Meta acknowledged our preservation request, sir.
Okay. Your Honor, please, the exhibits as they come, as they are identified by the witness, are also simultaneously being presented on the screen, Your Honor, please. Okay. You said that Meta acknowledged the preservation request, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, yung tanong ay ano bang pruweba mo? Kung meron man, that's in fact, Meta acknowledged the request.
I have a screenshot of the acknowledgement of Meta email acknowledgement.
Now, who took the screenshot?
I did, sir, and I used my laptop.
What did you do with the screenshot kung meron man?
Sinave ko muna po yung electronic copy ng screenshot sa laptop ko and printed it.
Where is this printout of the screenshot?
Sinubmit ko po sa Committee on Justice of House of Representatives.
Now, kung yung printout ng screenshot ipapakita sa'yo, will you be able to identify the same?
Yes, sir.
Now, we are now in the process of showing you yung isang printout ng isang screenshots ng isang tugon o reply ng Meta, Your Honor, that is previously marked as Exhibit P-Roman numeral 4-8 for the prosecution.
Your Honor, may I have time to peruse?
Kindly show the document to one of the counsels for the respondent.
Your Honor, we note that the Exhibit P-I-IU-8 is not an original or certified true copy, and we object to the introduction of this and the identification of this.
What does counsel for the prosecution say?
Again, I reiterate, if it is a printout of an electronic document, the rules are clear, that is an original, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if you look at it, there's on the bottom left-hand portion, there is a mark, certified true copy. This certified true copy would not have appeared in any correspondence